the number one meme you always hear when starting game development is that you should start small. I call this Reddit advice because it's given a lot on Reddit. And I mean, the intention is good, and I guess it comes from a good place. But I've learned, don't be an advice cell. Don't trust Reddit for every piece of advice. Um, and I guess don't even trust me for advice. Who the hell am I? I'm not like a successful game developer. So you can click off the video now. Now, I believe that start small is a meme because, yeah, maybe it applies if you've like never built a game and you've never coded before. Then I think you should do your time in the making like a brick breaker clone. Like you got to spend time in those mines trying to make that, and then I guess you can proceed. But that shit's boring, man. And small. What does small mean? Small in scope. No one can really define it. Um, yeah, I don't know. Like small scope. One man's small scope is another man's big scope. That's the way I see it. The only definitive advice I see is just don't try to make the following games. This is what I mean by start small. Don't try to make GTA. Don't try to make an MMO FPS, and don't try to make sex online. This is the catch-all term for like the everything thing game, the game where you can do anything, including having sex, the game we all want. Yeah, don't try to do this, and no matter what people will tell you, you can't do this with AI. You still can't. The bigger takeaway, I think, is maybe just keep your expectations in check. So my key takeaway has always been to build systems as opposed to building a game. Like I said, don't always take advice from people. Your conditions might be different. I don't know how it is to build like a story game where there's some linear sort of progression path, but for me, the types of games I like building kind of rely on systems, and my focus has always been to build systems. And the way I approach scope is more so how many systems are in the game and how all the systems interact. And I always saw the scope aspect as something that can be like variable. Like once you have the systems in place, it's up. Then you can start defining the scope and how deep you want to go. And the process of building systems is that whole process of designing, implementing, and then testing them. So I'm trying to evaluate my own game right now. What do I have? So I think the biggest thing right now is I have pretty robust multiplayer infrastructure. So that includes having an account system to save progression. I do have matchmaking system in place, and that kind of entails like having multiple servers to choose from, having server caps and ways to prevent over congestion, and being able to matchmake people in the same region. I have synchronization on the server side, client server synchronization in terms of time and state. And then once you take the real black pill, time is state. It's all the same thing. And then I have my own custom protocol. And I've also tested everything in prod. Like I've played my game in prod and in different servers, and I have tackled some of the issues around latency and uncertainty that arises in online games. In terms of gameplay mechanics, the game has interactions, so the combat is the biggest interaction and mechanic. We also have quests, and quests sort of ties into this aspect of resource collection, so like cutting down trees and stuff. I don't have this fully implemented yet. I mean, like everything's in place to do it, but I'm trying to focus on this one first, combat. We do have like autonomous NPC AI agents that roam the world, that have their own goals and motivations, and they can belong to factions, and I don't know what's going on. And my AI system supports like networking between AI nodes of the same faction, And NPCs can also be modified with archetypes, which modify their behaviors and events. And then we also have RPG systems. So we have progression in the form of like character levels and stats. We have customization. We have equipment that can be rolled with different variants. And the game also has like a skill system that can be tied to your class, or however the server side decides to allocate skills. Uh, there's also a bunch of like game client specific stuff that's uh, kind of set in the game, and these are kind of transferable regardless of the type of game. So we have systems to load custom character models with all the skills and sound effects, and we have systems to serialize kind of character data from the server to the client. We have workflows for creating maps and editing them, um, marking collisions, marking NPCs and areas on the map as either like quest locations or as POIs. And we have workflows for creating skills, creating special effects, and we also have a pretty robust way for like displaying incoming notifications from the server. And that kind of entails all the different UI elements that are present, things from like tracking stats and your health to like chat and all that. In terms of what I'm missing the game balance. This is something I still really need to figure out, and also just general QA. So just testing the quests and the UI and the HUD and the player experience, that is still missing. But then the three major things I'm missing is content. If you're making an MMO, you do need content. That's how you can retain players long term, and that's what you want to do. I am also missing money plus time, which I think are the most important things. Need money to keep the servers running for a while, like for enough time so players can try the game and get invested. And then also my brain is not there right now. One idea I'm kind of floating is making some sort of like standalone spin-off, which is PvE and round based, and it's like territory defense, and it would be confined to smaller areas in the game world, and less of the ongoing like MMO side of it. I think I kind of have an idea for like a real-time combat game. Maybe there's guns. If you know me, I'm obsessed with guns. Maybe we'll do real time with guns. Friend swap. I mean, friend swap is hot right now, so it could be an idea to pursue. If I were to make a standalone, it would kind of be like a cheap experience you could buy on Steam, and the main purpose of that would be to raise money for the bigger MMO scope of the game. Now I have these plans, but it may also be over. This is me, like literally me right now, and I am becoming toxic, and the blast radius is increasing, and the bigger that gets, the more, if you're like a observer or like a bystander, you need to get out of there and not be caught in that.